AI is changing how operational work gets done, but there is a silent problem growing in your pipeline. While AI can generate thousands of lines of code in seconds, your senior developers still read at human speed. We call this the code review trap. It's where your best people become the biggest bottlenecks in the entire system. If you don't fix this, you're not gaining speed. You're just piling up technical debt that will eventually break you. I'm Alex, and today we're breaking down how legacy review processes are failing even the most advanced AI-augmented teams. We will examine the case of the silent slacklater, where legacy middleware lets your security slip right down the drain. Let's dive into why your highest performers are suddenly drowning in a sea of AI-generated syntax and low-value work. To understand the solution, we first have to understand the unprecedented scale of the velocity crisis we are facing. Why does this matter right now? Because software development velocity has moved from weeks to mere minutes. If your PR queue is growing while your deployment frequency drops, you've already fallen into the trap. This isn't just a technical problem, it's a burnout crisis. Your seniors are spending 80% of their time on spell checking. Instead of designing resilient systems, they are caught in the low-value trap of fixing basic AI-generated syntax. We are seeing teams increase their code output by 40%, yet their actual deployment frequency is stalling. The review phase is now the single largest bottleneck in the modern software lifecycle, and legacy tools can't help. When legacy systems steal your developers' focus, they let the real engineering challenges slip through the cracks. This is how security and productivity end up down the drain. You are losing money and talent every single hour. Let's look at the core concept. The problem is a fundamental mismatch between generation and verification. AI produces code at massive scale, but your review process remains a serialized, manual human task. We must move away from manual line-by-line reviews and transition toward AI-augmented verification. This involves using specialized agents to handle syntax, styling, and basic security patterns automatically. By the time a senior developer sees the code, it should already meet a functional and stylistic baseline. This fundamental shift redefines the senior role from a gatekeeper to a strategic architect of the whole system. Their focus should be on high-level logic and integration, not whether an LLM named a variable correctly. If you don't scale your review process to match your generation speed, your entire engineering system will collapse. So, how do we automate the review? It starts with defining precise, machine-readable engineering standards. These standards act as the ground truth for your AI agents, ensuring consistency across every single pull request. The goal is zero manual linting. If a machine can find it, a human should never have to look at it. Period. Let's look at a practical workplace example to see exactly how this bottleneck manifests in the real world. Imagine a junior developer using an LLM to build a new API endpoint. The entire build takes just 10 minutes. But then, that PR sits in the queue for 2 full days because the senior engineer is stuck in meetings. If this resonates with your team, like the video and comment workflow, we need to hear your experiences. Subscribe for more practical AI strategies, and let us know which automation tools you're currently testing. When the senior finally opens the PR, they find 50 small issues that an AI could have fixed instantly. That is 48 hours of wasted productivity for a 10-minute task. The inefficiency is staggering. This cycle is killing developer morale. Your best people feel like they are wasting their careers on trivia. This is the silent slacklater. Legacy middleware takes advantage of these long human-driven delays. Insecure code sits in your queue, exposed and waiting for a human eye that is simply too busy to see it. The risk of ignoring this shift is catastrophic. Technical debt will accumulate faster than you can pay it off. If you don't automate, your technical debt will outpace your revenue growth within 18 months. More importantly, your top talent will leave. High performers hate being forced into low-value roles. Critical security flaws slip through when your reviewers are physically and mentally exhausted. A single leaked API key in a minor AI-generated script can compromise your entire middleware stack. This is how legacy protocols let your security and your future go right down the drain. Stop the leak now. The solution is a complete roadmap for automated verification. You must start implementing this today. The first step is a tight feedback loop where AI checks code before it ever hits a human queue. By implementing modern AI-driven linting and unit testing, you free your experts for the real work. This is about a mindset shift. We aren't replacing the senior, we're giving them 10 times leverage. You want your seniors moving at AI speed, not fighting against it. That's how you win the talent war. Let's look at the practical system view of how a modern AI-augmented pipeline actually functions. Your CI/CD pipeline must include an AI review stage between the initial commit and human audit. This stage should automatically verify logic flow, recognize patterns, and scan for security flaws. The system generates a confidence score, telling the human reviewer exactly where to focus their eyes. The reviewer starts with a strategic summary instead of being buried in a 500-line diff. This transforms the entire review process from a chore into a high-level, strategic approval. This is the only way to prevent the silent slackladder from destroying your team's velocity. Let's compare the manual workflow to the AI-assisted one. The difference in impact is night and day. In the manual world, your top engineer spends an hour finding a single missing null check in a PR. In the AI-assisted world, the system finds that same null check in milliseconds and offers a fix. The senior then spends that same hour deciding if the architecture itself is resilient and scalable. One is just routine maintenance, the other is true innovation. This is how you reclaim your talent. You hired your best people for their brains, not their ability to spot missing semicolons in a script. Crucially, the human stays in control. AI is the co-pilot, but the human is always the pilot in command. The senior engineer defines the standards and makes the final call on every major system change. The AI just ensures those standards are met with 100% consistency every single time. This allows for a review model where humans focus on the why while the AI handles the what. This is the only way to scale your talent in the age of generative engineering and mass code. It ensures your stack stays secure and your middleware performs at its absolute peak efficiency. To recap, there are 3 laws to escaping the code review trap and securing your pipeline. First, automate the syntax. Never let a human reviewer see a typo or a linting error again. Second, review the strategy. Focus on the high-level architecture and the long-term system health. Third, stay the pilot. Use AI to augment your senior engineers, not to replace their judgment. This is how you future-proof your engineering culture for the next decade of AI-driven growth. You protect your API keys, you secure your middleware, and you keep your best people happy and productive. In conclusion, the code review trap is real, but it is entirely avoidable if you act today. Don't let legacy habits steal your team's true potential. Modernize your review culture now. Adapt your workflows to match the speed of your tools, or you will fall behind your competitors. Subscribe to Alex with Technology and AI for more practical executive-level AI workflows. Comment build if you're ready to modernize your engineering culture and reclaim your seniors' time. Watch our next technology breakdown to stay ahead of the curve. New insights every single week. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex, and I'll see you in the next breakdown. Keep building. This has been an Alex with Technology and AI production. All rights reserved. 2024. Stay curious, stay innovative, and we will see you very soon. Goodbye for now.